Salutations. Salutations. I am Midnight, and I am grateful to have you with me again. Let us skip the pomp and circumstance, shall we? Let us get directly to the point of our gathering here at the midnight hour. Amazing, is it not? How normal these sounds have become. What does that say about us? Perfect. 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 Regardless of a word's meaning, if you say it enough, it begins to make no sense. Some of us, many of us, have spent so much time striving for perfection that, unbeknownst to us, we can scarcely even make sense of the word anymore. And yet we strive. Perfect job, perfect home, perfect vehicle, perfect wife, perfect husband, perfect family, perfect life, perfect world. If you're joining me here at the midnight hour is any indication, you realize just as I do that we are far from perfect in any way. We are leagues, miles, kilometers, light years away from perfect. That, contrary to the way many of us think, does not mean It is worthless. We are worthless. We strive, and yet the best of our efforts brings us back to here. Personally, I make mistakes, plural, every day. When speaking to my daughter, I remind her I only require that you be responsible, that you be accountable, not perfect. I am told the last perfect individual to grace this mortal coil, the crucified. There is so very much wrong, seemingly with everything. If you look for the flaws, that is exactly what you will find. If you look for the beauty, likewise, that is what you will find. Unfortunately, at some point along the way, it became more comfortable. It made more sense to close our eyes altogether. I am personally asking, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Some, even those here now, believe, feel that they are very near perfection. I assure you, none of us are. We simply wrap ourselves in more expensive blankets that takes our mind completely away from our more than noticeable flaws, imperfections. I love mine. They are as much a part of me as the very skin I am in. And yet, I myself fall victim to the same flaw. Not just better, not just best, silently, expecting perfection, crushed when I do not achieve it. But perfection, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. Again, I implore you, open your eyes. Perfection will forever be ahead in the distance, over the hill, around the bend, across the pond. But regardless of where it appears to be, once you make it there, like so many others, be prepared to find that perfection was never there. What are we left with? Imperfect people, imperfect lives, imperfect world. Perhaps. But that is why we have tools. That is why we are meant to learn from our mistakes instead of repeating them. But in our sprint towards perfection, again and again, over and over, we repeat the same mistakes. I believe it is because, as stated, somewhere along the way, it became more sensible to stop paying attention, to close our eyes. That is the travesty. If we were asleep, at least we would have an excuse for what we do not pay attention to. We are not asleep. We are consciously closing our eyes. We do not want to see the imperfection in society, those not as fortunate, those who chose the wrong path, or at the very least a ruffle, those who are not like us. These imperfections are more than we are willing to accept or acknowledge. Where do you think that will get us? Certainly nowhere closer to perfection. I want to remind each and every one of you, you are imperfect. You are flawed. just as I am. But in those imperfections, those flaws, resides our commonality. As different as they may be, they make us the same, because we are none of us perfect. The time is now 49 minutes past the hour. Time spent with you has made this journey so much easier, or at least so much more pleasant. I am setting aside my chase for perfection. I simply want to become better, to help, ultimately to appreciate every aspect of who we already are, barring those parts that need changed, and change we will, whether of our own accord or outside circumstances. But for now, let us get what we need. Relax. I know so many things seem far from perfect. So many things do not make sense. But that does not mean it is all worthless. That does not mean it is not worth working for, striving towards, fighting for, just not one another. Let us contemplate our imperfections with some mellow morning magic.
DA got that dope.
I would like to thank you again for joining me here. It has been, as it always is, a pleasure. Please, as you go about your week, of course do your best to do your best. But please understand, perfection is not required. Nothing about this world is, but we can strive to make it better. Let's not normalize the abnormal. Journey well. Stay safe.